Both are pop culture icons. Both are famous businessmen. Both are reality TV stars. But today, the billionaire that makes headlines for his charitable heart.
Mark Cuban surprised his Dallas Mavericks employees with great news when he informed them he would be distributing more than $35 million in bonuses to say thank you for all of their hard work.
Has dropped a bombshell on the billionaire that just makes headlines.
One thing I can promise you this: I will always tell you the truth.
In an almost superhero kind of way, Mark Cuban has teamed up with some major players, really forces of nature, to wreak havoc on the hopes and dreams of GOP nominee and convicted felon Donald J. Trump. First, as in any good story Bible, we need to explore the history of our heroes before we reveal their devastating plan. First, Mark Cuban. He owns the Dallas Mavericks and is highly respected in the business world. Seems he's joined forces with this man, Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn. And as you're about to see, this is not good news for Donald J. Trump.
Here's the good news. I'm very rich. I don't need anybody's money. It's nice. I'm really rich.
I'm the most successful person ever to run.
Fortunately, I'm very rich. So I have a total net worth, and now with the increase, it'll be well over $10 billion. I'm not doing that to brag, because you know what? I don't have to brag. I don't have to, believe it or not.
Both of these very successful, legitimate business tycoons will throw their considerable political weight and considerable contributions behind one of the candidates. But which one? Well, that's the billion-dollar question and our latest campaign blockbuster development that we're about to share in a minute. But first, let's look at some thoughts that both Mr. Cuban and Mr. Hoffman have had over the years regarding then-President Trump, his business acumen, and his political accomplishments. First, Dallas Maverick owner and financial shark, Mark Cuban.
Look, he is who he is. Would I hire him to run a company for me? No.
No, because if you can't anticipate what's coming down the road, you're going to make some really bad deals, which will lead to probably at least 4 of your businesses going bankrupt. Getting into the casino industry when you have no idea, starting airline companies when you have no idea, starting helicopter companies when you have no idea. I think I have a different perspective than most people, right? From a wealth perspective, from a business perspective. I'm an independent. I'm not affiliated with any party. And so, I just wanted to bring a different set of lenses to him. There is about 12 years ago, I had a terrible TV show called The Benefactor on television, right? And it was on ABC, and part of the pitch that they wanted me to say was, look, Donald Trump, I can spend more money than you have and not even know it's gone. Right? And so he got all crazy and all wild, right? And his lawyers got in touch with me.
That's so weird for 9 different reasons, but continue.
Hey, look, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And so his lawyers got in touch with me and said, we're going to sue you if you don't stop saying. I said, look, let's just make our balance sheets public. I'll give you my bank statements, you give me yours, and we'll just see if it's real. Never heard back.
And while that's only one billionaire's opinion, it turns out those with real money do know the difference between assets and asses. And that brings us to LinkedIn founder and measurably successful businessman, Reid Hoffman.
You recently wrote in The Economist that business leaders and all Americans who care about respect for the law, stability, and prosperity should, quote, do everything they can to prevent Trump's return to the White House. Why?
Well, the short answer is that the rule of law is what has made America very special. Trump not only himself, he's a convicted felon now, but it's also articulated in many different contexts a complete disregard for the law. When people start remembering that Donald Trump agitated for an insurrection that killed police officers, he was convicted by a jury that said, not only did you do sexual assault, but you slandered about it in a jury thing. And they start, it's a jury that convicted. Yes. When they begin to remember that, they will begin to get much more negative.
Well, it seems like on the one hand, you have your normal bazillionaires like Mark Cuban and Reid Hoffman, guys you'd want to have a beer with. And then on the other hand, well, you have the uber-weird Elon Musk and the reliably creepy Donald Trump, guys you could bet would chew and screw on that beer tab the first chance they got. So, which candidate do these financial titans think would be best for business come November? Well, here's a hint. It's not the flabby one. The Hill reports today, LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman and television personality Mark Cuban are leading a group of more than 100 venture capitalists backing Vice President Harris, a strong show of support amid concerns that former President Trump is making inroads in Silicon Valley. We spend our days looking for, investing in, and supporting entrepreneurs who are building the future. The VCs for Kamala website reads, "We are pro-business, pro-American dream, pro-entrepreneurship, and pro-technological progress. We also believe in democracy as the backbone of our nation," it continues. "We believe that strong, trustworthy institutions are a feature, not a bug, and that our industry and every other industry would collapse without them. That is what's at stake in this election," the site says. "Everything else we can solve through constructive dialogue with political leaders and institutions willing to talk to us." In this pivotal moment, we are united for our support in Vice President Kamala Harris. It sure seems that every day the game is changing in presidential politics, but as more and more people are evaluating the Harris candidacy as the chance to both preserve democracy as a business strategy and keep business out of the hands of a few oligarchs of Trump's choosing, well, this is truly a one-of-a-kind chance to say, as we've just seen, that in this election, come November, the smart money is on Harris.